Simone learned very early what silence could do to a child. She was 9 years old when her parents told her to sit and wait. They said it casually. They said it with smiles. They said it like it was nothing. They walked her into a busy shopping mall on a hot summer day. The air inside was cold and sharp. The floor was shiny. The noise was loud and confusing. They stopped near the food court. There was a fountain in the middle. Water splashed softly against stone. People laughed. Children ran past holding balloons. Her father pointed at a bench. It was hard and sticky. "Sit here," he said. "Do not move." Her mother added, "We are getting ice cream." "Wait right here. Be a good girl." Simone nodded. She always nodded. She wanted to be good. She wanted them to come back. She watched them walk away. They did not look back, not even once. At first, she was not scared. She believed them. Parents always came back. That was what parents did. Minutes passed, then more minutes. The bench felt colder. Her legs started to hurt. She watched other families. Mothers wiped ice cream from faces. Fathers carried tired children. Nobody noticed her sitting alone. 1 hour passed. Then 2, her stomach growled. Her throat felt dry. She wanted to use the bathroom, but her father said not to move. He said bad things would happen if she moved, so she stayed. The lights above the food court felt brighter. The sounds grew louder. Then slowly they grew softer. 3 hours passed. 4, her back ached. Her hands were sticky with dried sugar. She started to cry, quietly. She wiped her face with her sleeve. She did not want attention. She wanted her parents. 6 hours later, the mall began to close. Shops pulled down metal gates. Music stopped. Cleaning machines hummed. A man in a work uniform finally saw her. He pushed a mop bucket. His hair was gray. His face looked tired but kind. He knelt in front of her. "Hey," he said softly, "are you lost?" She tried to speak. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. She pointed toward the empty hallway. The man understood. His eyes changed. He stayed with her. That night changed everything. The police came, then social workers, then paperwork. Questions she could not answer. Her parents never came back. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Her parents did not call. They did not search. They disappeared from her life like smoke. Eventually, the man from the mall returned. His name was Elijah Henderson. He lived alone. He worked long hours, but he had a quiet heart. He took Simone home. Life with Elijah was simple. No shouting, no lies, no sudden disappearances. He made breakfast every morning. He walked her to school. He listened when she spoke. He never rushed her. He never raised his voice. He taught her patience. Years passed. Simone grew taller, stronger, quieter. She studied hard. She learned how rules worked. She learned how truth could protect people. Elijah encouraged her. He told her she was smart. He told her she mattered. When she grew older, she changed her last name. She became Simone Henderson. She never looked back, or so she thought. 23 years after the mall, Elijah died. The sky over Chicago was dark that day. Heavy clouds hung low. Rain fell softly, like the city was mourning with her. The funeral was small, simple, quiet. That was how Elijah lived. That was how he wanted to leave. Simone stood near the grave. Her shoes sank into wet earth. Her hands trembled, but her face stayed calm. She felt empty. This was the man who saved her. This was the man who chose her. The service was almost over when the noise came. Engines roared, too loud, too fast. Black vehicles rushed into the cemetery. They did not slow down. They did not show respect. They stopped close to the grave. Too close. Simone felt it before she saw them. Her chest tightened. Her breath caught. The doors opened. A man stepped out first. Older, heavier, still arrogant, her biological father. Then a woman followed, dressed in black that sparkled. Too dramatic. Too loud, her biological mother. Behind them came a young man, her brother, the one who was never left behind. And with him, his wife. Phone already raised. Camera already recording. They walked toward the grave like they owned it. Simone did not move. Her mother cried loudly, too loudly. Fake tears, empty sound. She rushed toward the casket. Simone stepped forward. "Do not touch him," she said. Her voice shook, but it was firm. Her mother stopped, lifted her veil. Her eyes were dry. "Simone," she said sweetly, "we came to support you." Simone stared at her. "You are strangers," she replied. Her father stepped closer. He stood tall, trying to scare her, like he did long ago. "Watch how you speak," he said. "We are your real family." Simone felt the anger rise, but she stayed calm. "This man was my father," she said. "You left." Her brother laughed softly. He looked bored. He looked down at the grave. "So," he said, "did the old man leave anything valuable?" The words cut deep. A neighbor asked Simone if she wanted the police called. Her father laughed. "We are the parents," he said. "We have rights." That was when they said it. They wanted the house. They wanted the money. They wanted everything Elijah left behind. They spoke with confidence, with greed, with no shame. They believed Simone was weak, poor, easy to control. They did not know who she had become. Simone said nothing more. She listened. She watched. She buried Elijah that day. But something else was buried too, the scared girl on the bench. She was gone. As the black vehicles drove away, Simone stood alone in the rain. Her heart burned. But her mind was clear. They thought this was the beginning of their victory. They were wrong. This was only the beginning of their fall, and Simone was ready. Simone stayed at the cemetery long after the others left. Rain soaked her coat. Mud clung to her shoes. She did not move. The space beside the grave felt too empty. Elijah was gone, and now the past had returned. She took a slow breath. She did not cry. She did not scream. Elijah taught her that emotions were powerful tools, but only when controlled. She walked back to her car, an old sedan, plain, unimpressive. That was intentional. On the drive home, her hands stayed steady on the wheel. Her thoughts did not. They knew about the house. They knew about the estate. That meant they had planned this. Greed always planned ahead. The bungalow sat on a quiet street, small, neat, modest. Elijah bought it decades ago with savings from double shifts. He planted the tree in the yard himself. He painted the porch by hand. Simone parked a few houses away. Something felt wrong. The lawn was torn up. Tire marks cut through the grass. Her chest tightened. 3 black SUVs were parked in front of the house. They were already there. Simone stayed in the car for a moment. She counted her breaths. 1, 2, 3. She stepped out into the rain. The front door was broken, not unlocked. Broken. Wood splintered, the lock destroyed. They did not wait for permission. They took. Inside, the house smelled wrong. Strong perfume, fast food, mud. Elijah's home no longer smelled like tea and old books. Voices echoed from inside. Simone stepped in quietly. Her brother's wife stood in the living room, a trash bag in her hand. She tossed coats inside. Elijah's coats, work shirts, jackets, clothes he wore every winter. "Why do old people keep this junk?" she complained. Her brother laughed. Simone's hands clenched. She walked forward. "Stop," she said. They turned. Surprise flashed across their faces, then annoyance. "Oh," the wife said, "you came back." Simone did not answer. She walked past them toward the kitchen. Her biological father stood there, hammer in hand, striking the walls. "What are you doing?" Simone asked. He turned slowly, smiled without warmth. "Looking for the safe," he said. "Men like him hide cash." "There is no safe," Simone replied. He trusted banks. Her father laughed. "You are lying." He punched another hole in the wall. Plaster fell. That wall held memories, homework nights, quiet dinners destroyed in seconds. Simone walked down the hallway. Family photos were crooked, frames cracked. Her graduation picture lay face down on the floor. She stepped over it carefully. Her bedroom door was locked. She tried the handle. Locked. Her mother's voice came from behind her. "That room is taken now," she said calmly. Simone turned. Her mother stood in Elijah's bedroom, wearing a silk robe, smiling like she belonged there. "That was my room," Simone said. "My things are inside." Her mother sighed. "Your brother and his wife need space. They are a couple." "Where do I sleep?" Simone asked. Her mother pointed downstairs. "There is a couch." The words hit harder than the hammer. Again, she was being pushed aside. Again, she was inconvenient. Simone looked at the locked door. Her laptop was inside, her documents, her robe. If they found them, everything would change. She swallowed. "Fine," Simone said quietly. Her mother smiled. She thought she won. Simone walked past them. Out the front door, back into the rain. She did not pack. She did not argue. She drove away. But she was not defeated. She parked nearby and waited. She took out her phone, not the one everyone knew. The private one. She made a call. "Open a file," Simone said calmly. "Yes, it's personal." She gave names, she gave addresses. She ended the call and waited. They laughed inside the house. They believed she ran. They believed she was weak. Night fell. Lights came on inside the bungalow. Music played, then she saw it. The crate, her brother's wife carried a plastic crate outside. Orange, cracked. Simone's heart stopped. Jazz records, Elijah's collection, first pressings, decades old. She opened the car door and ran. "Stop!" she screamed, too late. Records spilled into the mud. Black vinyl drowned in brown water. Her brother's wife laughed. "They're trash." Simone dropped to her knees. She grabbed what she could. Her hands shook. A heel came down. Crack. A record snapped in half. That sound broke something inside Simone. She stood. "Get out," she said. Her brother's wife pushed her. Simone slipped, fell into the mud. Laughter followed. A shadow moved behind them. A man stepped forward. Tall, gray-haired, calm. "Enough," he said. The voice carried weight. Simone looked up. She knew him. Arthur Sterling, Elijah's lawyer and executor. He helped her stand. He faced the others. "You are trespassing," he said. "And you just assaulted the sole beneficiary of this estate." Silence fell. "Sole beneficiary?" Her brother's wife whispered. Sterling held up an envelope. Sealed, official. "There is a will," he said. Fear crept into their faces. The game changed. Sterling gestured toward the house. "Let's read it inside." Simone wiped the mud from her hands. She followed. For the first time that day, she smiled, not from joy, from certainty, because now everything was on record. And they had no idea what they had already done wrong. The trap had closed quietly. The living room felt smaller than it ever had before. Too many bodies, too much noise, too much greed. Simone stood near the fireplace. Mud dried on her clothes. Her hands still shook, but her face did not. Arthur Sterling sat at the small desk Elijah once used to pay bills. He opened his briefcase with slow care. The sound of the clasps was sharp. Her biological family took seats like they owned the place. Her father leaned back in the chair. Her brother put his feet on the table. His wife held her phone low, still recording. Sterling cleared his throat. "Elijah Henderson was a private man," he began. "He believed money should be quiet." Her father snorted. "Get to the point," he said. "We know he was broke." Sterling did not react. He adjusted his glasses. "Asset 1, he said. "The residence and its contents." Her brother's wife rolled her eyes. "That's it." Sterling continued. "Asset 2, a residential building in the West Loop, 24 units." The room went still. "What?" her brother said. "Fully leased," Sterling added. "Appraised at several million." Silence thickened. Sterling did not pause. "Asset 3, a commercial warehouse, leased long-term." Her father leaned forward now. His smile grew wide. "Asset 4, Sterling said, calm as stone. "Liquid accounts held in trust." He closed the folder. "The total value exceeds $8 million. Chaos erupted. Her brother jumped up. Her mother cried tears of joy. Her father laughed loudly. They spoke at once. Shouting, celebrating. They did not look at Simone. They did not thank Elijah. They only saw numbers. Sterling raised his hand. "I am not finished." The noise slowed. "I leave everything," he read. "To Simone Henderson, sole heir." The air vanished. Her father slammed his hand on the table. "That's a lie," he shouted. "She tricked him." Her mother pointed at Simone. "She poisoned him against us." Simone stepped forward. "I sat with him," she said. "I cared for him." They ignored her. Her father pulled out a folded paper. Old, yellow. "I never gave up my rights," he said proudly. "I am still her legal father." Sterling took the paper. "Read it." "This complicates things," he said carefully. Her father smiled. "We will drag this through court," he said, "or she signs everything over." Simone felt the floor tilt. Could this paper undo everything? She looked at Sterling. He gave a small nod. "Hold." "I will see you in court," Simone said. She turned and left. They laughed behind her. She did not look back. Outside, rain fell harder. She drove away, but she was not alone. She called her clerk. "Clear my schedule," she said, "and pull every record from 1999. She looked back at the house through the mirror. They celebrated inside. They believed they won. They had no idea the truth was already moving, and it was faster than them. The courthouse smelled like old paper and cold metal. Simone arrived early. Too early for the noise, too early for the lies. She wore a simple gray suit, no jewelry, no makeup beyond what was needed. She wanted to look calm. She wanted to look prepared. Arthur Sterling met her near the entrance. He handed her a folder. Thick, heavy. "Everything from 1999, he said quietly. "Mall security, police intake, foster placement, adoption timeline." Simone nodded. She did not open it yet. She already knew what was inside. Her biological family arrived late, loud, confident. Her father wore a sharp suit, too sharp, her mother wore pearls, her brother joked with his lawyer. His wife filmed again. They smiled when they saw Simone. Not warm smiles, winning smiles. The courtroom doors opened. The judge entered. Everyone stood. The case began. Their lawyer spoke first. Smooth voice, careful words. He painted a picture of regret, of lost contact, of misunderstanding. He said Simone was confused. He said Elijah was manipulated. He said money changed everything. Simone listened. She wrote notes. She did not react. Then Sterling stood. He did not rush. "Let's begin with the abandonment," he said. The room shifted. He handed documents to the clerk. Security footage screenshots. Timestamps, 6 hours. He showed the bench, the fountain, the child, Simone. Her father shifted in his seat. Sterling played the audio from the mall report. A calm voice, a janitor's voice. She was alone all day. Her mother looked down. Sterling continued. "No missing child report was filed," he said. "No calls, no searches." The judge frowned. Sterling moved to adoption records. "Mr. Henderson became her legal guardian," he said. "Then her adoptive father." The paper her father waved earlier meant nothing now. Sterling turned to the judge. "They abandoned her," he said. "Legally, permanently." The judge nodded slowly. Then Simone stood. The room watched her. She did not cry. She did not shake. "I waited," she said. "I believed them." Her voice stayed steady. "They came back only for money." Silence followed. The judge looked at the other side. Any response? Their lawyer hesitated. He whispered to her father. The confidence was gone. The judge leaned forward. "This court recognizes Simone Henderson as the sole heir," he said. Her parents froze, but it was not over. Her father stood suddenly. "We appeal," he said. The judge nodded. "So noted." The gavel struck. Outside, cameras waited. Her mother screamed at reporters. Her brother blamed the system. Simone walked past them. Her phone buzzed. A message from Sterling. "They opened another door," it read, "and this one cuts deeper." Simone looked up at the gray sky. She felt tired, but she also felt ready, because the truth was no longer quiet, and the next move would destroy them. The appeal moved faster than Simone expected. Too fast for comfort, too fast for innocence. That told her everything. People who believe they are right take their time. People who fear the truth rush. Simone returned to the bungalow only once. She went alone. Sterling advised against it, but she needed closure. The house was quiet now, empty, stripped. They took what they could carry. Furniture gone, drawers open, walls scarred. But they missed one thing, Elijah's desk. It sat in the corner of the study, old wood, heavy legs, too difficult to move quickly. Simone opened the bottom drawer. Inside was a thin black notebook. She recognized it instantly. Elijah's handwriting filled the pages. Small, careful, he never spoke much about money, but he wrote. Simone sat on the floor and read, names, dates, transactions, donations to shelters, loans repaid quietly, buildings purchased through holding trusts. And then, a section marked in red, 1999 mall incident. Her breath caught. Elijah had known. He wrote about seeing Simone that night, about the way she would not leave the bench, about calling the police. He wrote about waiting, about watching no one come. He wrote about his decision. "I will protect her," the final line said, "as long as I live." Tears finally came, but they did not weaken her. They focused her. Simone photographed every page. Then she locked the notebook in a safe deposit box. 2 days later, the appeal hearing began. Different courtroom, same faces, but something had changed. Sterling looked calm, almost satisfied. Their lawyer opened aggressively. He claimed emotional manipulation, undue influence. He said Simone controlled Elijah. Sterling waited. Then he stood. He introduced the notebook. The judge read in silence, page by page. The room grew heavy. Sterling called a witness. The janitor, older now, slower, but his voice was clear. "I remember that girl," he said. "She waited all day." Her father stared at the floor. Sterling called another witness, a social worker. Then another, a school counselor. A pattern formed, abandonment, silence, years of absence. Then Sterling did something unexpected. He played the video, security footage from the house, time-stamped, her brother's wife breaking the lock, her father destroying walls, her brother laughing. The judge's face hardened. "This court does not reward theft," she said. Her father stood. "You are stealing from us?" he shouted. The judge raised her hand. "Sit down," she said coldly. The ruling came quickly, appeal denied, but the damage was done. As they exited the courtroom, police waited. Charges were read: trespassing, destruction of property, assault. Her brother's wife screamed. Her mother collapsed. Her father looked at Simone. For the first time, fear replaced anger. But Simone felt no joy, only release. Sterling leaned close. "There's one more thing," he whispered. "They're not done losing yet." Simone turned toward the exit. The sun was bright outside. And somewhere inside her, the child on the bench finally stood up. The charges did not break them. They bent them. They slowed them. But greed is stubborn. Simone learned this 2 weeks later. She sat in her office when Sterling called. His voice was tight. "They filed a civil claim," he said, "against you, personal damages." Simone closed her eyes. "How much?" she asked. "6 million, he replied. "Exactly." The number was not random. It was a message. They wanted everything. Simone did not panic. "Proceed," she said. "Full discovery." Sterling smiled on the other end of the line. "That's what I hoped you'd say." The lawsuit exposed them. Every bank record, every loan, every lie. Simone's parents had lived beyond their means for years. Credit cards, private schools, vacations, all unpaid. They expected Simone's inheritance to erase it all. During discovery, something surfaced. A document from 2003. A loan application. Her father listed Simone as a dependent, claimed expenses, claimed tax benefits, but Simone had not lived with them. That was fraud. Sterling pushed further. Then came emails. Her brother's wife bragging. "Once we get the money, she's done." Recorded calls followed. Threats, pressure, mocking laughter. The judge allowed everything. Their case collapsed under its own weight. But the final blow came from an unexpected place. Elijah's trust held a clause. A morality clause. If any claimant attempted to gain assets through harassment, fraud, or intimidation, their claim would be void. Sterling presented it. The courtroom went silent. Her father stood. "You planned this," he said to Simone. "You set us up." Simone met his eyes. "No," she said quietly, "you did that to yourselves." The ruling was final, case dismissed, sanctions imposed. Her parents owed legal fees, heavy ones. Her brother lost his job after the recordings went public. His wife deleted her accounts. Too late. Reporters moved on. The story faded, but Simone did not forget. She returned to the bungalow one last time. She repaired the walls. She replanted the lawn. She hung Elijah's photo by the desk. She opened a scholarship fund in his name, for children abandoned, for children forgotten. At the opening ceremony, Simone spoke briefly. "Some people walk away," she said. "Others step in." She stepped down, applause followed. That night she sat alone on the porch. The wind moved the trees Elijah planted. Her phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. "You think this is over?" Simone stared at the screen. She smiled. Because she knew something they didn't. The law had finished. But karma had not. The message did not scare Simone. It confirmed something she already knew. People who lose with dignity stay silent. People who lose with shame send threats. She did not reply. She forwarded the message to Sterling. Then she put the phone down. That night, Simone slept peacefully for the first time in months. The next morning, the consequences began. Her father was arrested at dawn, not for the lawsuit, not for the house, for tax fraud, years of false claims, hidden income, fake dependence. The investigation had been quiet, careful, patient, just like Elijah had been. Her mother followed 2 days later, charged with conspiracy. She cried for cameras. They did not comfort her. Her brother avoided arrest at first, but his employer did not avoid the headlines. He was fired publicly. No severance, no apology. His wife packed in silence. The phone stopped ringing. Friends disappeared. The family that once stood loud and proud was now invisible. Simone watched the news once, only once. Then she turned it off. She did not need to watch them fall. She had already risen. Weeks later, Simone returned to the mall, not to the food court, not to the bench. She walked through calmly. Confident, the fountain still flowed. Children still laughed. She stopped near the old bench, a new one now, clean.